Hello, beautiful September day. There's 4 cars other than mine in the car park. Nobody golfing. But I'm not talking about that today. That is pretty much what I want to talk about today. Slow starts and functional misses. So yesterday I came out and played, and I shared, well, I started an intro for a golf diary in me in my car at house, and I got here and I had too much to do, too much to think about, too much to in my head to play. And for 5 holes I started terribly. I had too much going on, but I didn't realise that. When I started playing, I'm like, what's wrong with my game? Why is my golf ball just gone over there? Why can't I hit it straight? Why can't I get to do what I need to do? That was bad. Why, after all this practice, have I just started like that? Pretty much like I did today. Why is it happening? Why am I not now switched on to this new golf, this new training that I've got? And I didn't work out till 5 holes in. I calmed down to the task at hand, and I started playing golf, not thinking about the world. And that's like maybe today, thinking a little bit too much about camera, good shot on camera, but actually it proved what I'm trying to do. Am I switched on to what I'm actually doing, which is playing golf, or am I still out in the world? And of course this is an Art of Fore. How does that reflect on everything else? Switched on, I quickly find myself, there's the hole, there's my ball. Not switched on to what the task at hand is. Rather, as I'll explain a bit further in the video, still out in the world, brain is still thinking, what does the world need me to do? And we'll talk about the last outings possibly for the green shorts and the orange hat. She's out. The green shorts are probably last out in the summer. It's beautiful, but I have got another pair of shorts that have got an hole in them. I've only had them for like a week and it's got an hole in underneath. Well, these might be the last item for these bizarre shorts that people have seen. And the hats, I've ordered some new Happy Me hats that are black and dark blue, so it might be the last time. Anyway, I've got to deal with this mess I've found myself in. Trying to rescue a first hole bogey, really. Oh! Do you wanna build a snowman? 8! That's a pretty good start for this video, because it's exactly what's happening. When you come in to play golf, you got to play golf. When you go into work, you got to work. Understand interference and other factors may just make you slow starters. That wasn't planned. It was interesting that is what happened. So I've started slowly, and I just think, oh, I don't practice enough. I don't warm up. No. My brain's still out in the world, and understanding that. So after 5 holes, I'm going to calm down and be all right. But then you would say, oh, it's because you warmed up. But maybe it's because you've switched the world off and you're just doing the job at hand instead of thinking about 18 different things. So that's what I kind of understood yesterday. Now, I did a video on this hole. This is where I'm going to talk about a functional miss rather than the right thing. This is the second part of this video, functional miss. So I did a video that this was a drivable par 4. Right shot is go straight at the green with a driver, maybe even a hybrid right driver. But when I did the video, I was hitting it in here. So I hit 5 shots in the driver in there, right? So the miss, the functional miss, then became, let's hit 5 iron, it won't reach over there. Rather than thinking, why am I going over there? And somebody will say, oh, it's because this tee's pointing that way. But it's like, yeah, but how does it work? So with lessons with Jack, it's like, well, club face sends it, so club face sends it, club path bends it, right? So what I've been doing for years is pulling it off the tee and then slicing. Functional miss. Rather than working out, how do I hit it dead straight? Best players in the world hit it dead straight, right? Or dead straight with a little bit of movement on the end. So with this hole, why don't we just go dead straight? And if it gets it wrong, let's work out how we got it wrong. So here we go, driver. Snowman to start. Let's see if I can switch the brain on to a proper shot. Driver, possible little draw. So not a very high one, pretty low. Probably right edge of the left edge of the bunker, let it feed in. Can I switch on to the proper shot? Alright, just stay straight. So I aimed a little bit too far right, it set off and went dead straight on that angle. Side of the bunker, right? But it's at least I'm trying to hit the proper shot, not a functional miss. And I'm understanding why I've gone into them trees at the right. So there's the tee over there, it came just straight right, just didn't feed in. There's the ball in a little bit of trouble, and I'm back here, right? And again, before I'd be trying to hit duffs and all sorts just to get it up there. I'd even consider hitting my putter, I was that bad at chipping. But now it's like, what's the right shot? What is the right shot for me to hit? So it's probably like a lob wedge, middle of green, let it feed out, right? Nice solid lob wedge, middle of the green, let it roll. Everything's a straight shot. Everything's a straight shot. So I'm aiming a little bit left with a straight shot and it'll pop out, right? Yeah, it kind of came out the way I was aiming, right? But at least I chose the right shot and I stuck to it, rather than trying to constantly hit the wrong shot to get a result. At some point you've got to work out what's the right thing to do, and let's go with the right thing, not this functional fake miss thing. I just dropped my putter on my toe. Ouch! Well, birdie. Oh, I've not hit it. Oh. 8 on the first, par on the second. So, this is Art of Fore, right? So yesterday I'm thinking, this is interesting. After a certain amount of time, I quietened the world. I quietened everything down. Started doing the right thing. So, as soon as I quietened stuff, I got back to the correct shot, correct thing. Not trying to impress everybody, not trying to talk to everybody, not trying to, like, this is going to be great. Because I did the video when I'm going to start doing the right thing, like the second part of today's video. And then I absolutely blew out. But then golf taught me more than that, didn't it? So I kind of think, what did it teach me? That the noise of the world, we know the noise of the world's crazy. We know the noise of social media and all that. And I start thinking, what else does it mean? It's the Art of Fore, what else can I relate it to? And it's like sitting down to do videos, sitting down to do work. You know, you start slow, you start with noise. And as you start working and working, you get into this zone, you get into this place of work where you're just on it, you're onto your job and you're not worried about all this other stuff. And I kind of thought, what if that's what people who slow starters in the morning, and you get all these people, oh, I'm not a morning person, all these people, hi, morning. Do they have the ability to just switch on to work, to switch on to what they're doing straight away in the morning? and then they're on it? Or do they have problems at home? Do they have problems with their kids? Or do their wives, husbands, grandparents, parents are ill? And then, so for the first hour or so, for the first coffee, they're thinking about their problems, they're thinking about the world. It's like, maybe you can forgive people for being a little bit slower at starting than just saying you're not a morning person, right? Oh, what have you done? What have you done? It's a 3-putt special. Didn't switch onto the birdie putt there. So again, like, what also for people who like that, things can go wrong. Things can go wrong, especially if you're not switched on to what you're doing. But it happens, it will improve as you get round. And also, this got me thinking about the creatives. Like, if you read a really good book called The War of Art, I always get it the wrong way around. It's not The Art of War, Sun Tzu, whatever his name was. It's Stephen Pressfield's The Art of War. And at some point he says, sit down and do the work and the muse will arrive, right? The muse turns up. As you're doing the work, these, I don't know, Greek creative angels come, called the muse, right? And you start, he said, you find out after a certain amount of time the muse arrives and you just get into the zone of working. But I also think now maybe that is switching off the world, switching off who's thinking about it, who's doing it. So if you're a YouTuber, create the videos. Once you're into the creative bit, after a certain amount, you just get into the flow, keep doing it. If you're a painter, just start painting. Just start your first draft on a piece of scrap paper and then go to the main thing. Writers, write 2 or 3 pages of crap. Then you might find this muse turns up, or the world goes quiet and you can tune into yourself. Then you can get back to doing the right thing. So it's kind of like, as the world quietens down, you get back to listening to what you know you should do. Par 3, no wind, beautiful day, no trouble in front, trouble left and right. The right shot, it's just straight at the flag, dead straight shot. But most golfers will go, oh, I don't try and hit a dead straight one. Well, is that because you don't know how to do it? Or this functional miss, this is the second part of this video we're talking about, is to hit a massive slice. So I know how to hit a slice to the middle of that green. Well, why don't you work out how to hit it dead straight? So let's go straight at the flag, 150. Let's go for it. Oh, weak, man, weak. Soft putting. But working out, where is that straight shot? Where is the thing to do right? And then work out, why is it going a little bit left? Why is it going a bit right? Or why have I gone over there? But you're trying to hit a straight shot. Rather than trying to hit something that goes miles left and comes back straight, miles right to straight, you're hitting the straight shot, then work it out. Is it the grip too far over? Is it, why am I not hitting it straight? And then working out that knowledge. And that's different, that's a game-changing thought, rather than trying a functional miss. So why am I bleating on about functional, hitting the right shot rather than a functional error? Well, for a while I was linking up to this shot and I was finishing here or further back. Right, now if you get the driver away on a correct shot, this is going to make me embarrassed, I've just seen my ball. If you get the driver away off a good shot, it gets past this tree, and it puts you in a brilliant position. Now I've not hit it quite right, but in theory, is that in as bad a position as 10 yard back there? At least I tried to hit the right shot. At least I tried to functionally hit a correct shot to get to this green. Like, and if I absolutely spank it, gets a nice bounce, it's on the green, right? You're putting for eagle. Oh. Poor shot. I don't think I hit the right shot there, which is ironic on this video. So that doesn't explain what I'm telling you this for on like a business website, YouTube. What am I telling you about getting up early? What am I telling you about right shot? Well, I see a lot of people in business, and nuts went down my shirt. This is the, I've always used a spreadsheet. All right, I've told you that these software programs that can make your life easier and better. Everybody else, all the top traders in the world are doing them. All the top coach salespeople have a CRM they use, have programs that help them. They're not going back to books, to diaries, to spreadsheets. They're doing what is the correct thing to do. What is the correct thing to do, rather than this functional thing I've been doing for years, which is I've always used a spreadsheet. Well, that's fine, it might work, but to go to the next level, to be better on every level, people are using CRMs, people are using computer programs to make their lives easier, to make them better. What is it in life? Art of Fore life version? I don't know. Did you start off in relationships where you were doing the right thing all the time, and then all of a sudden you gave up on it a bit and you were just doing enough, you're like, oh, I'll just do this, they won't complain, but you stop doing the right thing, you stop helping out, you stop what's the correct thing to do? I'm kind of thinking of some of the stuff I've been doing there. What's the right thing? Yeah, the right thing here. Turn off the world, think about the right shot, focus on target. Not too bad. So it's been a big thing, big part of me, even a happy me philosophy change, is tuning the world off, tuning into what you're doing and getting back to doing the right thing. So then the 6th hole, this is the 6th hole, 5 holes I'd played, 9 over par, and I came to this, finally the world was quietening. I'd got away from the world. I had more bigger problems with my golf game than the world at that point. And I looked at this shot and I just said, what's the right shot? And it's bunker with a fade or even a slice. The right shot is bunker. And I just got back to what's the right shot. Now let's hit the correct shot. Oh, sorry, Rick, good camera work. Let's hit the right shot here. Set it off of that bunker and let it fade in. All of a sudden the noise had gone quiet and I was just back onto the right shot. That one went left. That one went left. That's golf. Now, believe it or not, after that debacle, so yesterday I played first 5 9 over, the next 12 to 16th, the end of 16th, I played 1 under par. So I played 12 holes in 1 under par by switching on to where I want this to go. What is the right shot? I lost 2 balls in that hole, by the way. And then it's golf. Somebody over there and try to be quiet. 2 holes to go. This happened. Two holes left. Long par 3. Quite hard par 4 to finish. Always tough holes. But I'd started clocking this idea of why was I so slow to start, and why am I generally slow to finish. So the in-between round for me is always pretty good. Slow to start, slow to finish. Started to think, well, if it's shutting off the real world to begin with, Then the real world near the end is starting to switch back on. I'm back towards, not long now till I'm back at work, not long till I'm back in the real world, not long till I'm back on social media. Is that messing with my head as I'm trying to close the round out? Am I not able to not think? I was going to call this, I can see the pub from here. And yesterday I actually said to Mick after like the crazy round, on the 17th, on the 16th green, I could go for a beer after this. So I'd switched off this real good movement I'd been in for 12 holes. Started thinking about the real world. Left myself tricky shots. I actually played that alright, came out a bit hot. Left myself tricky shots. Started thinking, oh man, I was going to tell everybody I was 9 over par after 5 holes, and I came back in 2 under for the next 12 or 2 under for the next 14 holes, right? Started thinking about what I was going to tell the world rather than getting the job done. I thought I should miss that for the story. And double bogeyed the 17th. Dropped 2 shots. So in 12 holes I'd gained a shot. On 1 hole, as my mind shifted away, dropped 2 shots. So on to the final hole of the day. Long par 4. I had this fort, which is never a good fort for any golfer. Ah, I can't believe I've still got this ball after the way I've played today. Mine had gone. So where do you think this tee shot went? It's actually, this is not the 18th, but it's the same sort. There's trees all down the side, whack, massive hook. Brain had gone. Brain had switched onto the real world. So not being able to tell him anything interesting today. So I played crap again, or scoring wise. I'm gonna have a beer to drown my sorrows. I'm going to think of my excuses and all the reasons why it's not worked. But actually yesterday I was thinking, you've let yourself switch off. I'd let myself switch off to not being able to just be out playing golf. Focus on golf. For 12 holes I did. Like today, I've seen 2 other golfers. I didn't think, I've played 8 holes prior about. 2 other golfers. 2 other Blino mates. Where is everybody? That's for another video though. Golf is hard, and if you aren't focused on it, it'll kick you in the ass. But if you've got other things going on, I guess you've got to forgive that there's other things going on. You can't just step up and with a blank mind go boom. It was interesting. So I managed to miss a tree. So final thought on this video is, whenever you're doing something, try to be focused on doing that, right? Try to be focused. If you're playing golf, try and focus on your golf. The sooner you can switch off everything else in the world, it's always a very flattering view of that. 124. The sooner you can switch off the outside world while you're golfing, the better your golf game will be. And maybe when you're at work it's the same thing, but when you're with your family, be with your family, don't be at work. Play when you're playing, you know. And then switch on to the right things. What you'll find is when everything goes quieter, when you do the work, if you're a creator, a creative, you're writing books, you're painting, you're a dancer, any sort of creative endeavour, once the world goes quiet, you start doing the right thing again. We stop doing that functional miss, that nonsense. What's the right thing to do? And we get back onto the right thing. So quiet into where you are, get onto the right thing and work out why it's not working if the right shot's not working, right? Stay on target. And we've got to say goodbye. Possibly the last time, especially as it's sweaty, we're going to see the orange hat because it doesn't match anything. the last time we might see the green shorts, because they don't match anything. Everything's got to move on. Let's see if we can finish off with a good shot. So stay on target, right? Final thoughts. Quieten the world down. You would never create something if you think about all these people who tell you you can't do it. Quieten it down. Focus on the right shot. And then let's hit it, right? 124. 115 front edge. Bounce and check. A little bit of fade. Yes, please. Oh! I thought they were right on the flag as it set off. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little white ball down on the green. See you soon. Bye.